Good morning, AP Research students. This is our morning update for the week. Last week, we talked about the new schedule that was set up by the school, where our class, like every class, will meet twice a week. So I'll be recording an update twice a week for you. And I also mentioned how what we should be doing between now and the next 5 weeks before your paper is due to be submitted should be looking at least 2 of these AP Research official videos per week. So last week, I asked you to please watch, if you hadn't already, what to do if your research was interrupted. Very valuable information. This week, the first video that we'll watch is choosing and aligning your research method. Now, you probably chose your research method a long time ago. It's not trying to teach you how to do it from the beginning. Instead, all of these lessons that are on video, there's 10 of them, so in the next 5 weeks we'll be able to hit all 10. They are a review to some degree, but they're also a way for the students who are in AP Research and had this crisis interrupt what we were doing, what you were doing, what your research was uncovering, and find a way to go back based off what you had accomplished up until the point where we were cut off, and then sort of revise what's going to come in on the paper. We don't have to do the presentation anymore, but so we hit every single part of your paper. What College Board designed was a series of videos that will tackle each individual piece under the context of research having been interrupted and your plans having been interfered with beyond any of our controls. So this week, we'll look at 2 videos. The first one is the one that I'll post in our update, is choosing and aligning your research method. Now, you've already chosen, you've already aligned, but what this video does, for those of you who've already watched it, you probably know, but what it does is it helps you recontextualize your method section based off of what you had to adapt for this crisis preventing us from, or preventing some people didn't have that issue, but preventing you from continuing as your original plan. Later this week, the third video in the series, the same thing, defending your inquiry choices. Now, in context with how you've had to alter what you've been doing, this will help you put that together. And all 10 of them are sort of in that same category of re-envisioning the project through the lens of this cutoff that affected everybody. So I will post this as an update. Last week we had 6 students that saw the update at least. So let me throw some shout outs here to those who are taking care of looking at our updates. Thank you, Alexis. She's always first on the list here. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, Eva. Thank you, Noah. Thank you, Tedmi. Thank you, Yeremi. 6 is higher than previous weeks, it looks like. Oh, 7. 7 was really good back in March. So maybe we can get more than 6 this time. Ideally, we'd get 11 of you that are taking a look at this. So click right here on AP official video number 2. And I've got the link right here. You can go directly to it. It'll take you right here. As usual, I ask you, please hit like so that I know you saw this. If you have any questions, please ask them. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay creative, stay positive. We've only got a month and 4 days before you submit this. And most of you already have some form of a complete draft. So if you plug away at it, 2 or 3 times a week for an hour or so, I'm sure you'll develop a lot more confidence in what you're doing because you'll know you have worked on it versus whether you prevent or you keep from working on it until closer to the end, and that might feed some anxiety, which is already going to be high because this is a huge project. But we don't want to increase the anxiety by waiting towards the end to put your finishing touches on this. If you pick at it a little bit throughout the course of the next several weeks, I'm sure you'll feel a lot better than if you hadn't done something to it. Again, if you have any questions, please give me a message that I will respond to as soon as I can. Take care.